Hey guys, welcome or welcome back. This is part 2 of my May reading wrap-up because I was quite ambitious with my May setup and I did not have enough time to review all the books I read, and even if I did, the video would be way too long. I did a review of my favorite May book in the part 1 though, and I'd be so happy if you did check it out because I am so freaking proud of my setup, despite the video tanking horribly on YouTube. Anyway, today I am reviewing 15 more books and manga I read in May. And here you see me adding little dots next to buildings we managed to open during Escape the Readathon, because I just felt like this map needed that something. And let's just start. This intro is way too long already. And let's start with a bang. I finished a series. Woohoo! This is actually something I am so proud of for finishing. I finished 4 books in the Legends of the First Empire series, and I finished the whole series. I started this book in April, so I get a bit of a head start, and I finished the last one a couple days in June, but I just wanted to make one last spread for this series because I have made 2 spreads for this series already and I am not going to make another one. So I am thinking name of the series on the top here. I think that might look cute, so let's do that. Let's glue in the book covers so I can give all of them a rating. I love these covers and I am trying to find them in hardback here in Slovakia so I can buy them and have them on my bookshelf, because this series is something I enjoyed quite a lot and I did not expect that, and I will definitely read more books from Michael J. Sullivan, but I mean, this was a lot in a little bit over the month, so I need a little break, but I will definitely go back to this author. Okay, now let's do the rating. I already see how crooked that will be, but that is okay. Nice. Not half bad. Let's do the decorating, while my future self will tell you more about this series and these books. Okay, so about the series, I think this sticker sheet is perfect because of one of the characters. Hi again. I have a hard time working on my spreads and talking to you guys at the same time, so the editing guy, which means me, will be popping in from time to time. Creating these spreads takes so much creative energy. I just don't speak while working on this, and especially not in English. About the Legends of the First Empire series, it is difficult for me to talk about it without spoiling it, so I'll just say it is a book about humans versus, let's say, gods, with a mix of dwarves for a comic relief. There is a lot of politics, especially in the later books, great world building and a bit of magic, themes of friendships built and fallen apart, fighting for what is right, themes of sacrifice and courage of our main characters. And there are so many strong female characters. They go and do what needs to be done, while men are making excuses why it can't be done, especially in the first 2 books, and I loved seeing that. It is very approachable and easy to read epic fantasy. There are already quite a few books placed in this world, but the author himself says you do not need to read any of those before reading this series. For me, this was the first series by Michael J. Sullivan and I definitely want to read more. This turned out so so good. Way better than I expected when I started to work on this spread. I had a great time with this series, and I think those two are my favorite books. This one because I quite liked the ending of the whole series, and book 4 in the series because of the ending. It was expected but also not, so I really loved that one. And right now let's go straight to the another series I finished in May. Look at me go, guys! So I finished A Legion by Brandon Sanderson, and I read Skin Deep and Lies of the Beholder. These are quite short books, so it did not take that long, and I loved this series way more than I expected. I am thinking maybe washi tape and some stickers at the side so I can write a lot in here. Let's see, I think this one. And I have some stickers prepared. This one is so on point because while he was not doing microscopic research, there was some kind of research going on in this series, or I should say detective work. So I think I want to put one of those on this spread. This is the star of the show because I feel like this looks similar to these covers, so I want to use this sticker sheet, and I have some flowers and some tiles as well. I think like, oh, this looks so good. Legion is a sci-fi urban fantasy series about a man whose mental condition allows him to generate multiple hallucinatory personalities or entities, all with different characteristics and skill, and they all are solving different crimes together. This is quite different from everything Sanderson read, but at the same time it has his signature style, and I enjoy these stories a lot. Especially the last book in the series. I think it was my favorite from all three. Now it is time to work on and talk about two books I did not enjoy as much. The first one is Thornhedge by T. Kingfisher, and at this point I am starting to question if I should keep reading Kingfisher books, because except for Nettle and Bone, I did not like any other books I read by this author, or I was quite underwhelmed by them. And to be honest, when I sat down to write a review for this one, I totally blanked out. It is one of those books I immediately forgot I read, but it served me well as a little break between all the Legends of the First Empire audiobooks. This is Beauty and the Beast retelling, but the Kingfisher way, which means there are horror elements, there are fairies, and our main character is a toad, which kept me truly confused throughout the book, and I finished it only because it was novella. Next is Hex Life. It is a collection of short stories all themed around witches and witchcraft. They are either horror, dark, disturbing, or paranormal, and some of them were beautifully written, and I wished we got more of the story, but there were also 3 short stories I DNF'd. They were totally not my cup of tea, and that's how it is with short stories collection sometimes. There were a total of 18, I think, which is a lot, and I for sure don't remember some of those. There was one story about old meddling witches doing their thing, living in their own house together, and I loved that story. Then there was also a short story by Tenenerive, which I was surprised about, and while it was not necessarily witchy themed, but more horror leaning, and I was not interested in it much, you could feel the atmosphere, the suspense, which made me want to pick up the Reformatory by her soon. But going from enjoyable and suspenseful story to a story about a man being in love with a candle, yes, you heard it right, a candle, and then he watches that candle have an orgy with the devil, was a whiplash. But this spread is cute, isn't it? I adore this section of this page, and these stickers are absolutely amazing. I can't wait for autumn to use all of these. Okay, on to the next book. Magic Steeped in Poison by Judy Lynn, and I am excited to use these beautiful stickers by Marigo Sully, and I think these are just perfect. Not only because of the color, but we also have a little witch and some tea and herbs and everything. And since this is about doing magic using tea, you can say, I think these are perfect for it. And I am excited to work on this spread. First, let's use some washi tape to create a border. I'm using this one because there is lots of flowers and leaves, and I think that works perfectly with this book. And I'm also going to use this washi tape just because of its color, but what I am going to do is I'm going to tear this in two parts and use one at the bottom here and one on the top of the page. Okay, I think this is lovely. This washi tape is quite enough for this spread, so I am just going to add the second half of this washi tape. Okay, nice. I love this sticker, so let's use it here. Moon on the side. Because we have this cover on this side, I feel like having a witch on this side as well would be too much. So I'm going to use a witch facing this way, so we have some kind of balance on this page. She is adorable. And I have one last sticker in this cute freebie she gave with her order, and I mean, it is perfect. Cute little tea kettle. So we should find it a place, maybe here. It is a young adult fantasy with tea magic, competition, scheming, politics, and some romance, and as far as some young adult books are for me, this was good. I am no fan of YA books, but I somehow can't escape them, and I am glad to say A Magic Steeped in Poison was an enjoyable read for me. I was entertained enough, and the story had just a few dead moments. Of course, the plot is filled with convenience for our main character, and things happen to work out well for her without much struggle, but I like the writing and story enough to continue. There is a sequel, and while I might give it a go, I have not heard glowing reviews about it. Anyway, I am so happy I finally liked a young adult book with beautiful cover, because lately there were a big miss. Now let's talk about manga. I read first 2 volumes of The Girl from the Other Side, and I still have no idea what is going on. But the art is adorable, and the relationship between the girl and the teacher is so cute and precious. I enjoyed the first volume a lot, but the second one was confusing for me, so I did not enjoy it as much. So I will need to read another one to decide if I want to continue. And now, one of the best webtoons or manhwa, please explain the difference to me, I read recently, Solo Leveling. I read 4 volumes during May, and all of them were 4 stars or higher. It is quite rare for any manga or webtoon to hold my attention for so long. I usually get bored with it, I know, shocking, but Solo Leveling I am enjoying quite a lot. And the last book for today, guys. I finally finished this book about Peter the Great. I was reading it since January and it is 600 pages of non-fiction about Peter the Great conquering another countries, and with everything that has been going on in the world and on our eastern borders for the past few years, I was not drawn to this book at all. But yay, I finished it and now I won't feel judged every time I walk by it. It is finally time for statistics, and I know many people just skip this in my videos, so I won't keep you long. I just wanted to show you little tickets I made for all these stats, and I have a big ticket as the title, and I also made these cute little tickets in black to add the overall statistics, and I am thinking of adding them here or maybe up here, I'm not sure yet. And I also have this popcorn here because I was part of Team Snack Squad, maybe like this, and okay, and maybe this format. If I do it like this, so I have my statistics written here, and I make a little graphs. So okay, that might be cute, so let's do that. Okay, scrap that. I did not track subgenre this month because it was all over the place, and for some of the books I just could not figure it out. I think we should add type. Novel. It is of course my most read type of books. I read few novellas this month as well, and short stories collection as well. No art books, but I definitely should do that. I have so many, and I think I could probably film a full video about my art books because there are a lot of them. The last one is manga or webtoon. I am just putting them together because I don't differentiate between them. 6 novels, 3 novellas, 1 short story collection, and 6 manga or webtoons. Nice. Yeah, I think that is roughly okay. I love these highlighters, but I think I should do little swatches on each of them because every time I want to use this, I have to do the swatches. Okay, so this is the first statistic page done, and I'll just do the rest pretty quick. Okay, I went a bit overboard with stickers, but I like it. Let's do the quick flip through of my full May reading journal. Here is the cover page. I still need to do the background, but I am in no mood to do that, and I am out of ideas, so this will have to wait. But I still love it so much. Here is my map and tickets, calendar, and a list of all the books I've been reading throughout the May. Love this madness. Okay, so because I was not working on my cover page in this video, I think we should fill in my yearly challenges together. So let's go through my Read My Shelf challenge and see if I read any books from my bookshelf. I am sure there will be some. I read Magic Steeped in Poison, another one. I was able to fill in 2 of the circles, which is nice. For the reading tracker, I tag here only the full novels. I don't count in any novellas or short stories or manga or anything like that. So let's fill in 8 squares. Nice. We are on number 33 from 56, which is so good. Now for the A to Z reading challenge, I love how the title page is already filling up nicely. It is not that successful with author's page, but we'll go there, guys. We will go there. So let's look through the titles. So we starting on the, I don't think, no. Okay, and no. Okay, let's go with B, S, H, magic H filled in, S filled in, C filled in, L filled in. So let's look through the authors. We can add the Kingfisher in here. Tolstoy. Okay, so we have Alexei Tolstoy. Now, read versus bought. I think I have not bought any books in May. Let me check it. So let's go with a big fat 0 in here. Let's put 16 in here. At the end of the year, I will just do the read versus bought. And I have a feeling this year will be more read books than bought, which is perfect. It would be opposite from last year. Now we have book of the year, and for May, I think, as I said already, my favorite book was City of Nightmares. So here is my mini cover page, and let's glue that in. And you can see I have not chosen between I Would Have Never Known Man and Dungeon Crawl Coral yet, because I can't decide. Yeah, that's that. These are all my yearly reading trackers. Here I have a page where I will put in every single book cover of 2024, but I have not figured out yet how to do that. I saw some people just print a full page of book covers and just print it all in one in here, which is genius. So I might do that, and that's it, guys. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.